Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss some important concepts or topic from UV spectroscopy. Friends, we already discussed about the basics in instrumentation and then some concept or factors affecting UV absorption. So friends, today's lecture is focused on the calculation of lambda max in the UV spectroscopy. So, as you know that the Woodward and Fisher have extensively worked on the UV spectroscopy, and by studying a vast number of dynes of each type, Woodward and Fisher developed an empirical correlation of structural variation that enable us to predict the wavelength at which a conjugated dyne will absorb. So this all empirical correlation are summarized in the table 7.5. Okay, so before we go to the table 7.5, let's see some dynes. Okay, so friends, you can see here this is a transdyne, also called as a transoid. Okay, and this is a cisdyne, is called as a cissoid. Whereas when we have cyclic dynes, then if two double bonds in the same ring, we call it as a homoannular dynes or cissoids. And if the two double bonds in the dyne are in the separate rings or two different rings, then we call as a heteroannular dynes. So friends, this is also called as a transoid because this is a trans double bond. These are the cis double bond. So these are the basic concept about homoannular dynes and heteroannular dynes. Now let's go for the table 7.5. So this is a table 7.5. I shows the empirical rule for dynes. So as you can see here, we have parent dynes for the homoannular and heteroannular dynes. So for the parent homoannular dyne, we have basic value of 253. Why? Because if we have this type of dyne, then we consider basic value as 214 plus, as they are in a same ring, so we again add 39 and it accounts for the 253. Okay, so 214 plus 39 for homoannular double bonds, then it will be 253. So nowadays people directly consider this homoannular dyne their basic value at 253, and for heteroannular dynes or transoids the basic value is 214. So once we fix the basic value, then we will see the effect of substituent on the absorption. So if we have extended double bond or extended double bond in the conjugation, then it will affect uh, drastically to our absorption, and the absorption will increase by 30 nanometer. Okay, so double bond which is extending our conjugation, that means if we have this kind of double bond or dyne, and if we have another double bond, then we need to add 30 to the basic value. Alkyl substituent like methyl, ethyl and others will add 5 to our basic value. Okay, if we have the methyl group to this dyne system, remember we need to consider only the substituent which are attached to this dyne system. Okay, so again exocyclic double bond. So what is meant by exocyclic double bond? So if we have a ring and then any double bond which is outside of this ring is called as a exocyclic double bond. So these are the exocyclic double bond, and these are endocyclic. So this is called as the exocyclic double bond. So if this dyne is in the form of exocyclic double bond, then we again need to add 5. For polar grouping, for OCOCH3 we doesn't add anything. For alkoxide we add 6, and for halogens like Cl and Br we add 5, and NR2, it is amine substituent, have a good impact on the absorption. So we add 60 for the NR2. So there might be NH2 or monosubstituted, disubstituted anions or I will say amines. Okay. Now let's take one example. Then we will understand how we can calculate the how we can calculate the lambda max or absorption. So I have this example for you guys. You can see here we have a compound. This is a transferred, so basically its base value is 214 nanometer. Then we have this alkyl substitution over this over here and this over. So we have three alkyl substituent, so each alkyl substituent will be account for 5 nanometer, so 3 into 5, so 15. So total is lambda max observed is a 229 nanometer, and when we do it by experiment we get at the 228. So it will be calculated and the experimental values are matching. Now let's see some examples, so the concept will be more clear. So friends, I have these four examples. Let's solve one by one. So this is a transferred again. You can calculate with me 214. Then this is the exocyclic double bond. It is extended towards this ring, but this double bond is not exocyclic double bond because it is not attached to any kind of ring. So only one double bond is exocyclic double bond, and these are the ring residues. This is a 1, this is a 2, and this is a 3. So don't consider this methyl group because it is not directly attached to our diene system. So let's calculate the lambda max for our compound or example. So friends, you can see here trans side will have 214. Three ring residues will account for 15 nanometer and one exocyclic double bond. This double bond is exocyclic double bond. It is account for 5 nanometer. So if we calculate, it will be 234. Experimentally, it shows value around 235. Now let's see another example. This is a different type of example. Again, this is a transferred. We have 240 nanometer. Three ring residues, 1, 2, and 3 will be 15. One exocyclic double bond over here. It is 5. And now we have a substituent like alkoxy group over here. There is OR over here, and one OR will be account for 6. So everything we have summarized in the table 7.5. You again go for the table 7.5. You will understand the one OR group will account for 6. So if you calculate all the substituent, then its value become 240 nanometer. Okay, now let's solve another example for our understanding. Now these are the cissoid or homoannular dienes. As you know that the basic value is 214 plus 39, that is a 253, and 253 we have one alkyl substituent account for 5 and 3 different types of ring residues. Okay, these are the ring residues over here. This is the our system, double bond, single bond, double bond, and here we have one ring residue, another ring residue, and another ring residue, 3. Plus we have one alkyl substituent. So alkyl substituent will have 5 and ring residues will have 15, whereas one double bond is in the form of exocyclic double bond. So can you guess which double bond is in the form of exocyclic double bond? We have this double bond which is extending the ring. So this one is exocyclic double bond, and if we calculate all the values, it comes around 278. So this is how we are going to calculate the lambda max for any compound. Friends, you can see for this example, you can see the any of our double bond or conjugated diene, then we can see here it is a cis-oid over here. This is cis-oid and it is account for 253. Now ring residues. Let's consider ring residues. 1, 2, 3, again 4, and this again 5. Okay, over here this is the 5. So these are the 5 ring residues account for 25. Now we have two double bonds, one over here and another over here. So one double bond, extended double bond will have 30 nanometer. So we have two double bonds, this one and this one over here. It accounts for 60 nanometer. And exocyclic double bonds we have. Let's count how many exocyclic double bonds are there. I will show you how many exocyclic double bonds. Now you can see here we have a ring, 3 ring systems over here. So this double bond is attached to this ring. So one, this double bond is attached to this ring. So this is second, and this ring, this double bond is attached to this ring. So three exocyclic double bonds. So we have 5 into 3, that is a 15 for 3 exocyclic double bonds. As you know that OCOCH3 is considered as 0, so we will not add anything for this OCOCH3 substituent for the dienes. Okay, so if we calculate, then its lambda max becomes 353 nanometer. So this is how we are going to calculate the lambda max for each and every type of dienes. So main focus should be on the table number 7.5, where you can see here for the extended double bond we have 30 for both, alkyl substituent 5, exocyclic double bond 5, OCOCH3 will be have 0, OR will have 6, and the CLBr will have 5 nanometer, but for the aniline substituent or amine substituent we have 60 nanometer. So this table will help you to calculate the lambda max for dienes. Now let's go for another type, that is empirical rule for enones. Instead of one double bond, we have carbonyl group over here. And you can see here, this is a carbonyl, this is the alpha carbon, this is a beta carbon. Then we will go again alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. So these substituents have different type of impact on the absorption. So base value for any enone system is again 250 nanometer. If it is a 6-membered ring or a cyclic parent enone. If we have 5-membered ring, then the value is 202. Now a cyclic dione, if I have dione, then its value is basic value is 245. So these three values you must remember. Okay, for dione we have 245, 5-membered ring enone we have 202, and for 6-membered or acyclic parent enone we have 215. Now extended double bond 30 again, and alkyl substituent is depend on their position. If it is on the alpha, we need to add 10, beta we need to add 12, and for gamma or higher and so on we need to add 18. So alkyl substituent you must remember alpha 10, beta 12, and gamma 18. For polar group OH 35, 30, and 50, alpha, beta, gamma. For OCOCH3, alpha, beta, gamma, we have 6 again. For OR, at alpha position 35, beta position 30, gamma is bit less 17, again delta will have 31. So you must remember the values for the alkoxy group also. Okay. For Cl, alpha 15 and beta 12. For Br substituent or Br, we will add 25 if it is present at alpha position, and beta we will add 30. Again, Nr2 have a great impact, and we will have 95 if it is attached to the beta position. exocyclic double bond have 5. And now this homocyclic dienes means if the diene is present in this form in a one ring, it is called as a homocyclic diene, and we need to add 39. Okay, so these are the some basic value. Of course, you need to remember this for the fast calculation. So I will solve one or two examples for better understanding. So let's solve one example. So I have four example, four different types of example. So don't forget, one is 6-member diene, another are 5-member diene, one is acyclic diene. So basic value for acyclic is 215, and after that we have this methyl alpha and 2 beta methyl substrate, alkyl substrate. So let's calculate. Basic value 215, alpha methyl 10, and 2 beta methyl 12 into 2 24. So it will be 249, and experimental value also shows 249. That means our calculations are correct. So Woodward and Fisher have extensively studied, and they have fixed these values. Okay. Now this is very interesting example. We have alpha, beta, gamma, and delta carbons. Okay. So 6-membered enone, that means basic value 215. Double bond, extended double bond. This is enone system. Remember friends, this is a enone system, and this gamma and delta double bond is extended double bond, account for 39. Now these two double bonds are in the same ring, so we call it as a homocyclic diene, and we add 39 to the formula. Okay, for this two double bond we are adding 39, and now we have delta carbon and we have ring residue over here. So for this ring residue we are going to add 18, because alkyl substrate at delta will have 18. Okay, delta or more we have 18, for alpha 10, beta 12, okay, gamma or more we have 18. So this is how, if we calculate, it will come around 302 302 nanometer. Okay, now friends, this last two examples you can see here, these are the 5-member dies, and we need to add 202 as a basic value. Okay, you can see here 202 basic value for this 5-membered enone system. Now beta we have two ring residue, this one and this one. So 12 into 2 24, and one exocyclic double bond. This alpha beta double bond is now exocyclic double bond. So we have 5 over here. Then total it comes around 231. Now can you calculate this? Let's calculate uh, here alpha br. So you must remember the value for alpha br, and then beta we have 12 and 12 24, and basic value of this is 202 202. Then what is the alpha br value, we will check over here. Okay, just give me a second. Alpha br will have 25, 202 plus 25 plus 24 for beta substrate. Any other values? No, we don't have any other substrate. So let's calculate over here. Okay, this is a 1 over here, then 5 and 2. So this comes around 251. So let's see whether our calculations are correct or not. Okay, this is a 251. I think we miss uh, one exocyclic double bond, because they haven't shown us ring over here. So if we consider this exocyclic double bond, we will add more 5, and our value become 256. Okay, so as they haven't clearly shown the ring, we have not considered the exocyclic double bond, but if we consider, it will become 256. So this is how it is matching with our experiment value. So friend, this is how we are going to calculate the lambda max or UV absorption for the, first we have studied the dynes, and then we have studied the enone system. In next lecture, we will consider aromatic compounds. So for today, we will stop here. If you guys have any doubt, feel free to ask me. Thank you.